But that never happened. Geico got it fixed fast.
Sometimes it feels good to get going again. It feels good to Geico. Welcome to the Ashley Furniture First Intermission Report.
Welcome back. Ryan McLeod, his 5th shorted hit goal of the year, boys.
Yeah, and it starts on the back check, and he saves his ice through the middle of the ice here, stays in motion, and read this play. There's 5 to 7 seconds when you enter the zone as a penalty killing unit where you can pressure, especially when the puck is on the wall. But you let it roll here, he keeps his momentum, chips it behind, and I love this move. Lefties are able to do that. They pull to their backhand through a 5-hole, very hard to do for a righty on a left-hand shot. Goaltender puts it on.
5 shorties for him, 8 for the team. That ties in with the Flames scored the most. Malenstein, Samuelson, and Tuck had the other ones. But the Penguins and Brian Russ, he gets his first shorty in 3 years. He's going to jump hometown down. He's going to chip this puck away. Because of his pressure, now Brian Russ has the puck.
In a city of spectacle and grandeur, the biggest show in town right now is right here, Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. Up next, it's our main event between the Carolina Panthers and the Las Vegas Raiders. Ryan Fitzgerald all set to get this one started. And away we go at Allegiant Stadium. This return starts at the 5. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is first and 10. First carry here for Ashton Genty. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 26-yard line.
Back to throw. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete. Intended target, Dante Thornton Jr. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
There defensively.
Looking to throw here. And once again, they can't connect. Well, no luck on his first look of the game. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. So an 0-2 start to the game for him, Brock, and not surprisingly, his team headed to the sideline after a 3-and-out.
I think it's going to take a few more incompletions before they start to panic, but that's far from the type of start they had planned for in this one.
He gets it away, but nothing on that one. Oh, this is awful. Headed towards the sideline. New set of downs for him. It starts at the 38. On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. They're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Panthers first.
First down. A gain of 12.
Penix here from the gun.
First down.
Brought in close to the 8. And he stopped as we get closer to our first point of this ball game. It's going to be first and goal now.
19 yards.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
First and goal. Here's Dowdle. And his charge towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you dialed up, because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on first and goal, it sets the table for more success.
Here's another for it. And he's not going to make it. Made a little progress, but they stall him at the 2. It'll be a gain of 0-1 on second, so that brings up 3rd goal from the 2.
It's now
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you've kind of set yourself up. Actually, you set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
Dowdle. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Panthers get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. This is Ryan Fitzgerald trying to try the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Panthers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Starting from the 5. He's brought down just inside the 25.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense is set. 1st and 10. First play is going to be a give to Genty. And he'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
Well, that run may not have moved the chains, Kate. That's such a confidence builder. It sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Give here to Genty. And that short gain is enough for him to set it down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
All set to go now from the 35. First down, and they go right back to him. I mean, they're full steam ahead, but he ran that steam pretty quickly. No gain on him.
Yeah, that defense is flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
This is Genty on 2nd. And another small 4-yard chunk in. Stopped that time by Jamel Dean.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Back now, pressure coming. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
On 1st down, Genty. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send it backwards. Moving quickly, trying to get sent.
His 48-yard line.
Setting up to throw. Gets it quickly to Bowers. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
36-yard line.
Genty from the gun. And he gets a few on the punch forward. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. So while they're in the huddle, partner, we've arrived at the end of our first quarter. 7-0 is our score. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. Time now for the second quarter. Raiders in possession. They're advancing it well as they face second down. Back to Genty. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means third down coming up.
A loss of 1 brings up 3rd and 8.
Third and long. They're going to throw. That's complete. Here's Thornton. He does it. Touchdown. The Raiders start to fight back with their first points of this game.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
Carlson's extra point is good. And the Raiders tie this game 7-7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away. No return as this bounces into the end zone. The ball's coming out to the 20.
20-yard line.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Penix. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play. Jar it loose, incomplete. Couldn't find Jimmy Horn Jr. there. So it's second down coming up.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. That'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Penix to throw again on second. And no look there. That throw falls to the ground.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Motioning left is their running back. Third down, it's Penix. He's trying to push the field. It's in or no, they dropped another one. It's dropped on back-to-back plays, Brock. But it does force a 4th down. Carolina in pump formation. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. And they left some meat on the bone with that kick. It spits out short of the 40. We've set it down from 37. And off to Genty. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
That run may not have gotten you at first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3.
At the 30-yard line.
Shotgun give here to Genty. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. It's the former Raider, Trayvon Merrick, in on the tackle.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Jump off, caught by his back. And this is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be 4th down. Daniel Carlson out to try this Raiders field goal. Ball spotted on the left hash, 49 yards out. Oh, and that's not going to do it. He hooked it. The kick no good, wide left. And the score remains knotted 7-all.
Gosh, it didn't look like anything was wrong with that snap or hold either. He just rushed it a bit, and it winds up off the mark.
They'll start on the ground. Dowdle. He dodged the tackle. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Jalen Phillips finishing that play off.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable second down.
Penix working from the gun. He finds the rookie from Ohio State. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. There's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's going to bring up the Carolina first down. On the counter, Dowdle. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here.
That's another Panthers first down. A gain of 12. And the Panthers first down.
Going to the ground again on first. And a big gain followed by a little bit of a loss here. Defense getting the better of him on that run. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front. But it also puts the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
And not much scoring to this point as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More from Allegiant Stadium coming up. Back to the line they come, second down. To the air with Penix. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
Here he goes, third and long. Into traffic, complete! And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Panthers moving quickly, trying to get set at the line.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
From the red zone now. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers get some late points and the lead. DJ for the touchdown. Fitzgerald up and good on the PAT. And the Panthers break that tie and now lead by 7. Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Fields this one at the 3. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Starting out trips right here. First and 10. Rolling from the gun here. Trey Tucker makes the play. Into the red zone. And that is a touchdown. The Raiders earn the chance to tie before halftime. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Here's Penix. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Penix. Out to his wide out, it's a screen. And he'll get it only the 38-yard line before going down. Panthers moving quickly, trying to get set at the line.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll air it out on 3rd. On target to Moore. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
It's a gain of 8.
Panthers moving quickly, trying to get set at the line.
An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Carolina.
On 1st down, here's Penix. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. And again, it's Penix. He throws a bullet deep to the... Lays out for this one. Oh, what a catch! Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's in 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
That last shot took him right down to the front of the red zone. Here's 1st down. It's Penix yet again. Rolls caught. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal. Now the Panthers decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Here we go, here we go. Cougar, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. 19 tight, 19 tight. You. Check go.
Play fake. Penix. Complete out to the right side. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Looking quickly here.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
And he spiked it just in time, so now we'd expect to see their kicker trot out for a try just before we reach halftime. Well, we're set up for an incredible 2nd half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this 2nd half. We've got a touchback. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Here's the give to Dowdle. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. It'll lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. I think an aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Penix here from the gun. Finds the in route complete. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Penix on third down. Got a man, and Horn has it. This gets the first and more. It's a race down the right side. He takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers take the lead right away in half number 2. This is Fitzgerald trying to tack on the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Panthers break that tie and now lead by 7.
Raiders 14. Ryan Fitzgerald.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Raiders just about ready for this one. It's first and 10. Giving this to Genty. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. And he will get it down to the 16-yard line.
What an injection of momentum for the offense on that play. With the energy boost in a much shorter field, I predict it's not going to be long, Kate, till they finish this series off.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Genty on the give. He's headed right. And he will haul it in for the biggest touchdown. The Raiders start the second half with some needed points. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
That one right down the middle. And the Raiders tie this game at 21. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, first and 10.
19 target, 7 target, 7 target.
They kick the running back in motion. Throwing now on first down. Penix. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Now thrown in the direction of DJ Moore. And now they face second down.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
2 yards are all he can get. It's third down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet. But if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Third and long. They're going to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact. You couldn't do it.
39-yard line.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up first and 10. Straight ahead with Genty. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
Allen on the tackle. Brought down back at the 36-yard line.
Now looking to throw. This one falls incomplete. Couldn't connect with Dante Thornton Jr. So they're left facing third and long.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Third and long for him here. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Jamel Dean makes the play. And the Panthers are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
That's so cool. He really did it all for him, didn't he? First he forced the turnover, and then he set them up in a better spot with a really nice return. Yeah, he had designs on doing the scoring for him, too. One more move, and he might have broken it for 6.
Taking a deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. It takes a special quarterback to thread the needle. He couldn't do it.
You know what that's like? That's like passing across your own crease in hockey, Kate. That's a big no-no. When you challenge double coverage in the end zone, and let me tell you, coaches don't really like that either.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Jimmy Horn Jr., the intended target. So now it's going to be third and long.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
Let's go now. Go.
Throw here, third down. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure alters the throw. And Fed's the kicker, man, that is the coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and get it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Fielded at the 7. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Here's Jensen running right. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A gain of a yard.
Running left is Jensen. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Give up the guns. It's Jensen. And ooh, this one does not have a chance. They were ready for that one, and the effort brings up 4th down.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Looking to throw. And they got home. Sent him on 4th down. We've got a turnover on downs, and the defense takes over in plus territory.
Well, this play never had a chance between the pressure at home and the coverage downfield. QB still got to find a way to throw it up and give somebody an opportunity to make a play.
This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, who already got to have short memories. You tell me this too. Defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. They'll throw. Third and long. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So that brings up fourth and long. Panthers calling on Ryan Fitzgerald here to attempt this field goal. From the left hash, 54 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll double their lead to 6.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
He's got a lane up past the 30. You're going to bring him down as he gets it to the 33. The Las Vegas offense is set. First and 10. They'll run it with Jesse. The drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Pass play now. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Panthers get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, but they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. In this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Penix now on first down. Brought in right side by Moore. And then taken down right along the 30.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Penix looking to pass. Catch made by Chuba Hubbard. And this one doesn't go far. We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's the Panthers in possession of it, needing to preserve that lead over one final quarter. About set. This is 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, Penix. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Tendencies tend to show themselves, Kate, and really come to life on 3rd downs. They want to go to their best receiver. Defense knows it. They know that tendency. They double it, and they make the play. It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a 2-score game really late. It puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. They give left side to Genty. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive. Offense to the line fast.
8 yards on the pickup.
Peter Genty. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down. Offense up to the line fast. 3rd and short here, trying to pass. Complete beyond the marker. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Offense in a hurry up here.
And the Raiders first down.
This is Genty. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Working quickly here.
Robinson on the stop. It's a pickup of 3.
What a give here to Genty. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Goes to the hurry up here.
Taken down at the 43-yard line.
On third down, Genty. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 2 yards to the pickup. They're going to be left with 4th and 4.
It's 4th down.
They're going to go for it here, trailing in the 4th. Desperation time here on 4th. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate said, you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
A handoff for Dowdle, running right. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game. This one's quickly mocked up, too. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming, so managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and AT for attack, exactly what he just did.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Third down, it's Penix. Completed over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
14 yards. That's good for Panthers.
Little play action. Here's Penix. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
That's not a big completion on the stat sheet. That's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Again, Penix to the air. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Jack Jones has got it. And the Raiders have some new life in the 4th.
Penix's pass.
Kate, I think you can almost sense a little bit of a hesitant spark out there. Nobody is going to get too excited. You're still down 2 scores, but there's a little flash of hope, a little flash of optimism. Their defense just gave the offense by taking the ball away.
Has him on the quick hitter. And they drop him with a big hit, but that's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving too. They get 23 on that one. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Has a man on target to Thornton. And he's going to take this down to the 11-yard line. That one hits for 30. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st down. The dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Vegas, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
From the red zone on 1st. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Line up the design keeper. And he's in for the touchdown. The Raiders have cut it to a 3-point game here in the 4th.
Pretty cool moment. That is the first rushing score of his young career. Look, I'm not going to say it's the first of any. We just don't know in this league. But I do know that's a confidence builder for this entire offense when the quarterback can score using his legs as well.
That one splits the uprights. And the Raiders cut the lead down to just 2. We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll go with Dowdle on the run. And they come through with a big stop there. Got him down for the loss as they keep fighting back here in the 4th. So timeout comes in. Looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Penix working from the gun. Short pass brought in. He picks up a good chunk of yards here. Looks to be about 7. He's out to the 37.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Vegas. Panthers up by just a couple of points. Third down, they need 7. Back to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a 1st down right in their midst. That force, that contact, separated man from ball.
Panthers getting everyone set for the punt. It'll be Bradley Pinion doing the honors. And a well-placed kick here. Not quite on the goal line, but they're pinned deep at their own 10.
Their own 10-yard line.
Here we go now. Time to start this drive. 1st and 10. First play is going to be again to Genty. Dropped by the 1st down. He met no gain on that 1st down run.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. You got Ocean Man.
Setting up to pass. Trying to push deep downfield. Well, would have been a big completion block if not for that meddling defender. He knocked it away. It sets up 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
Looking to throw it. That finds Bash, complete. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. The timeout taken by Vegas. That's its 2nd. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Here he is to throw. On target to Thornton. And they get the 1st down. This also moves him into range, Brock, for a potential game-winning field goal.
Move the chain! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal. Genty from the gun. He's dropped a big stop in a big moment there, Brock. He could not afford to lose yards there.
It's a loss of 2. Brings brings up 2nd and 12 at the Panthers' 41-yard line.
He'll look to throw it. Going left side, Bowers has it. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Raiders moving quickly, trying to get set as the clock continues to run.
That's another Las Vegas first down.
Shotgun give here to Genti. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. So they call a timeout. So that is their final one. And with time left for maybe 2 plays, let's see what they do. Do they chance it or do they just kick it now? So here's Daniel Carlson with the game in the balance. And the whistles go off, so we got a timeout. 9 seconds left in the game. Now it all comes down to the veteran, confidently marching out for this moment. This will be a 45-yard look from the left hash. His kick is drifting, and it's no good. Just couldn't get it inside of that left upright. And instead of taking a 1-point lead, they trail by 2.
These are the moments I'm sure glad I'm not a kicker. It is hard. Your team does so much of the heavy lifting to put yourself in position to win. And unfortunately, that field goal sails wide.
Oh, Bronk, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Trying for the deep ball. And it's incomplete. Kept the pedal down, though, the whole way, still taking shots until the very last play. So it's the Panthers who take this one on the road. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And, Kay, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.